We begin part 2 of our Brazil trip with Iguazu Falls. We stayed at the Belmont Hotel das Cataratas in Iguazu Falls National Park. We had rainbows, waterfalls, and wild animals, and it was spectacular. By staying at the Belmont, we got to experience the falls by ourselves every single morning. Once in a while there'd be a person or two, but they stayed only a few minutes. You can see on this time lapse that we traveled the whole way without seeing another person. We had these majestic falls to ourselves, another perk of staying in the park. Devil's Throat, or the main part of the falls, is about 1 mile from the hotel, but you walk on a meandering path up and down these falls. Right now they are in the second year of a drought, and it is pretty extreme, so you will notice that coming straight out of the hotel, the falls aren't quite that majestic. But just keep walking and you'll see this gorgeous view. Iguazu Falls is a great stop for just a day or two, but if you want to spend more time, you can do extra things like the Macuco tour, where we were picked up by a van and taken to the jungle. We rode on a little tram, we took a hike, and we saw the falls. Sometimes you can even take the boat ride from there, but we, because of the drought, had to go up the river back to the hotel, and once up there we got on a boat and did a water tour where they took you into the falls. Again, you're not going into Devil's Throat, that would be far too dangerous, but they do take you multiple times into the waterfalls and on a speeding boat tour. I saw the Macuco boat tour and had the crazy idea that it was right for us. The kids unfortunately didn't agree. Going in the waterfalls was not their best memory of the trip, but it was kind of unique and something really fun. If you book through the Belmont, you also get free driving service, ponchos, and so much more. It's awesome, and I definitely think you should try it if you're up for a crazy wet adventure. Hiking to and from the boat dock is absolutely really gorgeous, but it is also extremely hard going back up as you're trekking up these metal stairs. It was a little bit nerve-wracking for me as I'm afraid of heights, but the kids thought it was super fun and the views are pretty epic. called the Cataratas in Brazil. We're at Foz Do Iguazu, or Iguazu Falls, and this is a premier room. We were actually given an upgrade, which was so nice. They gave us slippers. We're gonna get some laundry done, which we much needed to do. They pulled out all the bells and whistles. Candies by the bed, beautiful beds. They put in a third bed for us for this room.
One morning we looked out our window and there was monkeys jumping across the street. Every morning was a new surprise. We had fun playing on the big chess set, and when my king did not want to get caught, he just ran away. He said no. This is the garden to the restaurant at the Pink Castle. We saw lots of wildlife on the trail, like the snail, birds, coati, toucans.
The coati were super cool. One afternoon, they were right outside our room's window. But we also saw them when we were eating lunch at the visitor center. They had to be chased away from the garbage and the table. One jumped on the table, another put its paws on Mama's left legs like a dog, and there was this super big one that was just sitting in the patio being stubborn and watching us eat all the time.
The fire responsibility.
One of the cool things about Iguazu Falls is that it's not just one main waterfall. You go to a lot of waterfalls and you're going to see the waterfall. You're going to see Niagara, you're going to see Victoria, you're going to see Momoa. But the beautiful thing about Iguazu Falls is it's actually a string of 275 separate falls. They range from 200 feet to 269 feet. It's 1.7 miles long. So what that means is as you're hiking out to the main falls, Devil's Throat, you still have gorgeous views along the entire right-hand side. So keep your eyes open as you're walking down, and then you're going to just get amazing, amazing views. But then you get to the main waterfall. They have towers that you can ride up so you can get a different view above the falls, at the base of the falls. They have a walkway that'll take you out to view into the Devil's Throat. So it's quite an experience to be able to stand and see the waterfall and hear the water. Even though we were in the middle of a drought, the noise of the waterfall is just deafening, but it is a beautiful place, and I hope you enjoy the One of the things we were most excited about when we went to Iguazu was to be able to take a helicopter ride over the falls. And it almost didn't happen. We actually got really lucky. Our guide or our transport that picked us up at the airport and bring us to Belmont actually told us that the weather was going to be bad the day we were supposed to take the helicopter tour, and said you might want to go to the concierge and change it. And so we did go to the concierge, we did get it changed, and thank goodness, because the day we were supposed to go, the weather was bad and they weren't running the helicopter. So we're really grateful that he gave us that advice. But we went through Helisul. It's right outside the gate of the main park, so super simple to get to. But talk about an experience. The kids just had a blast. It's a view like none other as you're flying over the falls, flying over the forest, getting to see things from a whole different perspective. So if you have the chance, definitely take the helicopter.
One of the fun things we did in Iguazu Falls was go on a helicopter over the falls. I got to sit in the front seat. It was so much fun, and I can't wait to go on another one.
The helicopter ride was simply surreal and so hard to put into words. But the speeds that we went at were simply amazing and the views were absolutely incredible. It was almost as much fun as the jet skis that we got to ride on our state's road trip last year. But not quite. On our last day in Iguazu Falls, we woke up to rain, and it was very much needed in the area, so we were super excited, but we didn't quite know what to do with our time. We ended up deciding to go to the bird park, so we jumped on the national park buses, which you can take if you're staying at the Beaumont, and we rode it to the entrance, and we walked 2 or 3 minutes across the street, and we went to the bird park in the rain, and a lot of people advised us not to, but we had the whole place to ourselves, which was really cool, and the birds didn't seem to mind the rain. It normally rains there quite a bit, so they're used to it. The bird park is amazing. You get to be up close with a lot of birds. You get to see birds that have been rescued from poaching and from all kinds of things like injuries or who knows what else, but they do rescue the birds and try to fix them up and re-release them. And it was just really great to see so many wild, exotic birds that we would never see in the US up close and personal. So I definitely recommend the Parque de Aves or the bird park if you're in Iguazu Falls.
What is it? An anaconda. Oh yeah.
My favorite part about the bird park was going into the aviary, where all the birds flew right over us.
Actually, get video.
traveling to Iguazu Falls with us. See you in our next video coming to you from Rio.